Hey guys, Bubba here. I just wanted to talk a little bit about what's happening in the world today with everybody getting sick. So many people walking around unhealthy, miserable, brain fog. Uh, that was me up until last year. For years and years and years, it seems like our diet is killing us, making everybody sick. The obesity rates are so high. Um, and heck, when I was eating all those overeating, I was one of those people that just could not seem to stop. And even though I wasn't hungry, I would still go out and get more food. Just the thought of it tasted so good. See a commercial on TV, oh, I got a taste for something. And God, I was spending $30 a day or more on fast food. Um, I had quite an addiction. It's even worse than drugs, I would imagine. Because you're spending so much money on junk. But anyway, that's all over. I mean, thank God that I found Carnivore, and I'm wondering to myself, what if I have not found Carnivore and the Carnivore community and the Carnivore doctors? I'm thinking to myself, I'd probably be dead by now, or very close. Have limbs chop off, go blind from retinal neuropathy. Um, It just scares the heck out of me. And there's so many people like me who are hurting and stuff. So anyway, I thought I would just get on here and just try to maybe encourage people and say, look, there is hope. I was the most hopeless person. I could not even. I mean, I couldn't stay awake for more than after eating. 5 minutes later, I was sleeping. So most of the day, I was sleeping away. And then at night, I couldn't sleep, could get good REM sleep because I wasn't tired. And how many people? I mean, I go to the store, I go to Walmart, look around, and it's like, my lord, all these people, and hunched over. You look in their cart. What are they eating? Potato chips, cereal, pasta. I, it's like, okay, now I understand. It's the food we're eating, and and there is a way around it, but for some reason, people keep saying, "Oh, I can't give this up." Well, let me tell you, when you're really, really desperate, like I was, um, and then finding something like this after all the diets I've been on, Nutrisystems, Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, and it's like you always end up going back to the way you were, and there's just no hope. But then once the realization hit that this is possible, and it doesn't cost anything other than you still got to eat, but once you eat good nutritious food. I never understood what nutrition was until I started learning it by going down the rabbit hole of following all these different carnivore people, doctors, and the explanations of, okay, satiety, you know why beef is good. Your body will consume all of that instead of generating all kinds of waste that it can't digest, like it does if you eat vegetables, and not vegetables, but mostly like garbage food. Anything with seed oils in it, which seems like just about everything has it. Anything in a box seems to have seed oil just for stability and shelf life. And you got to stop eating it. I think that's what's causing a lot of the health problems with people. It's scary how many people are walking around just fog. And again, it's like, well, Andy, if you hadn't stopped eating at 375, what would have happened? I would have probably ended up like Bill, 700 pounds, or other people that had similar problems. Todd Bachnis and Limitless Lindy, they're all around 700 pounds and stuff. And it's like, well, what am I going? Well, how's this going to end? And that's the scary thing. And I just thank God that I came across that. Started actually with a podcast that Joe Rogan did with Jordan Peterson, and he said that he ate only meat for the last 7 months or something like that. And I was sitting there thinking, how in the hell can you possibly do that? You got to have grains and stuff. I was old school. I believed everything they told me. Breakfast is the most important, meal of the day. You got to have all, cereal, this, that. You can have cereal for dinner. They'll do anything to sell all their products and stuff. And then most of these food companies, they own the pharma companies as well. So, hey, once you go ahead and get sick, they'll manage your problem for you. They don't want to fix it. They want to manage your illness. They want to keep getting a revenue stream for the rest of their life. Ah, it is unbelievable that I actually trusted our government, thinking that they had our best interests in heart. They don't. Money rules everything. And these people who put out these studies about how good this and that is, carbohydrates are, they're getting paid by the food companies to say this. Yeah, anything that you see somebody's paying for it, a report. So find out who it is that's actually giving them money, because they're gonna sway any or skew any report to make the product look good for a particular vendor if he gives them all this money. So hey, don't believe them anymore. Actually, we shouldn't believe anything our government says. It's the last couple of years have been totally hell with COVID and stuff. Um, how we believed them and stayed away, stayed locked up for weeks, and now all that's coming out, all this damage is happening. So food is the same way. Do not trust them, or go find some good doctors that have your interest at heart. Dr. Ken Berry, Dr. Chafee, Dr. Vadia, Dr. Kiltz. There's so many. Once you start getting into this and start going down that rabbit hole, you're going to find who you can trust. You're going to find, you're going to hear stories of people and amazing healing that's gone on. All these things that, the doctors didn't know what to do, throw pills at it and stuff, was actually just a metabolic problem. And by eating correctly, you can correct this. And so, yeah. Anyway, that's what my rant is. I just so mad that they've lied to us for so many years, and here we are, a sick nation, and that brain fog's got to go. It makes such a difference. The clarity, the things you can do once it's lifted, and it'll actually let you make good decisions. Like, hey, I'm going to stop eating crap, and I'm going to get healthy. And never thought about doing that before, or never could seem to get motivated to. But now I see a clear path. I've just got to follow it. I do stay in tune with a lot of the carnivore influencers, if you want to call them that, like Carrie. I love Carrie Mann's channel, Homestead How. Uh, he's got great guests, and a few of the others also just interviewing people and the stories of healing and stuff. And it's like, holy moly, so many things that could get fixed. I mean, mine was primarily just weight and depression and just no hope. But once that hope's restored, then all things are possible. So anyway, just wanted to come on here and say that it's a nice day. I'm at a campsite here. Oh, nice cool breeze, trees behind me. And anyway, I just felt comfortable and thought, hey, this is a great time. So go ahead and check into it. It won't hurt you, and you're going to feel so much better. You don't even realize that you're in the fog until you're out of the fog. And I'll never forget that time. I just woke up and I just felt all better everywhere. And it was just the fog had lifted. I don't know. I don't know what it is that causes that, but it's like a prison. And once you can break free from that, then you have some clarity and you can think about what to do next. Until that happens, you're stuck. Same old rut, believing you can't give up any of your food. And in my case, I was totally desperate. I was like on the verge of losing limbs and from type 2 diabetes and optical neuropathy. I mean, my eyesight was starting to have, I had some bleeds. I'm sorry, what do you call it? Vein bleeds or whatever in my eyes and stuff like that. And it was starting to worry the heck out of me. And hey, I'm 67 years old. I'm not a kid anymore. And I thought that was, my life was over. I had no inkling that it was going to be any better, that I would be out here doing this a year later, enjoying life and wanting to move. I mean, I was such a shut in that I didn't exercise, very sedentary. Every time I tried to exercise, I'd hurt myself. And then, of course, takes 2, 3 weeks to fix it. And then it's like, well, I don't want to go back there. I've had gym membership for maybe 20 years and I've used it a handful of times. Those guys make so much money on me. I kept saying to myself, yeah, I'll get started. I'll get started. No, you won't. Not until that fog's gone, not until that depression's gone. But once it is, look out. You realize you got limitless potential. And, and as far as me, it's like, okay, well, Bubba, once you lose all that weight, you're gonna want to do stuff. So I got me a camper van, and we're gonna go out traveling and enjoy the rest of my life. It's sad, but I waited too darn long. But anyway, all right. Take care, guys, and don't hesitate. Don't wait. You can do it, and you're going to find you actually enjoy it. And then start joining the carnivore community. Go out there, meet some influencers, and yeah, they'll keep you going and keep you energized. I believe this is the way to go. All right. Take care.